Kevin O'Leary, big fan.
Why get a real life job?
Jordan Welch has absolutely exploded onto the finance YouTube scene with his videos raking in millions of views in a very short period of time. And in this video, I want to look deeper into who he really is. His come-up story. Does it check out? How did he really make his money? Is he an absolute fraud? Or is he just an up-and-coming YouTube finance channel legend? Although he recently had his big break and it seems like he came out of nowhere, Mr. Welch has been on the YouTube grind for now over 4 years. In the first video on his current channel, published on November 5th of 2017, he takes a deep dive into what is e-commerce and provides some righteous free game, no kizzy. But his entrepreneurial journey starts long before this channel. Growing up in a single-parent household in a small city in Florida, Jordan did not have a lavish childhood. Having to watch his mother work extremely hard to provide for his sister and himself instilled an extreme work ethic into young Jordan. His childhood consisted of playing video games and watching YouTube. Seeing kids just a tad bit older than him have successful channels inspired young Jordan and led him to receiving his first camera for Christmas. Not thinking so much of it, he started filming silly, goofy videos of his friends and him, and although a year later he didn't see much growth,
I know we haven't made a video in about 3 months.
It did lead him to learning a ton of valuable skills. Skills which he then transferred over into creating gaming content, which was a well-established YouTube genre at this time in 2012. His Call of Duty trickshot videos was what made him his first bit of money online. Eventually, this led him to landing a position in a gaming clan where he would get paid to edit videos. He spent this new money on clothes and fashion, which is where he got the idea to start his next big idea, a clothing brand. At the age of 14, he launched Retrospect, his very own clothing empire. After creating a website, Facebook page, and some mock-ups, he had a local print shop create his first batch of shirts, which he then sold out to his friends and family.
Major toast. More wins, more success, more blessing.
He used the money for a second batch, but unfortunately, did not have the same success, and after a few failed attempts, he let go of his fashion designer dreams. But not his dreams of making money online. With young ambition and resilience at his side, he bounced back to get in the shoe flipping game, and this was the cash cow that made him his first $1,000. At this point, he was 16 years old and proceeded to use his shoe flipping profits to host a shoe convention in his small town, which ended up being a success with a line out the door and over 200 people in attendance. Now, although the event was a huge confidence builder at first, it actually ended up losing money for Jordan and was not a profitable venture. This crushed him, to the point where he took a break from entrepreneurship for about a year and a half. He did some hustling in the meantime, such as putting up a tech support listing on Craigslist, producing some short films, and even creating music videos for local hip-hop extraordinaires. But all of this toil was in vain, and he didn't end up making all that much money. Combined with the societal pressures around him, he didn't jiggle, he folded. At the age of 17, he got a job as a busboy at an upscale restaurant, making about $100 a night. But 4 days in, it didn't feel right, and he called it quits. Following this, he finished high school and, given his lack of business success, was kind of forced into going to college. For a serial entrepreneur like Jordan, this didn't sit right, and he told himself that after this first semester he'd go home, initiate goblin mode, and try his best to grind on a business. And that's what he did. That summer he went crazy running some drop shipping businesses. It wasn't pretty, but he went all in. Some nights crying himself to sleep, borrowing money from friends, spending it all. This was the ultimate test and turning point in his journey. Although it was incredibly difficult, it all became worth it when his dropshipping business ended up doing over $700,000 that first year. This allowed him to move out, drop out of college, and live a life he was truly proud of. The following years consisted of him crossing multiple 7 figures in revenue, moving to LA, meeting his heroes, helping others, and hop back on YouTube, where he would go on to get his first 100,000 subscribers. At this point, he started his dropshipping related software, continued running his e-commerce business, and creating content for his YouTube channel. Eventually, he began branching out from his regular e-commerce niched content to a more broad, entertaining style of all things business related. Thanks to the swift move, he was able to grow his channel exponentially to over 400,000 subscribers and get his views up tremendously, which brings us to today. At this point, he's 23 years old, making hundreds of thousands of dollars per month from e-commerce education, his software program, and good old YouTube AdSense, getting millions of views, buying cars, and living large. But is this empire built on a pile of lies? Is he what you would hypothetically, in theory, call a fake guru? Well, let's see. Looking at his early e-commerce tutorials, you can see Jordan having a solid level of expertise and being confident what he was talking about. A level of understanding that would make it entirely possible for him to be successful with dropshipping. The information he was providing was valid and up to date, so that checks out. In more recent months, he even revealed one of his winning products, which is the sleeping brand. That was in fact a winning product in the past. He went into the story behind that store, which also seems to be congruent with his previous videos. There aren't any discrepancies that would signal that he's lying. His e-commerce educational course and software is not exploitive. He doesn't use fake webinars and shady marketing tactics to shove it down his audience throats, so that's also very noble. It would be very easy to get exploitive at this stage of his career. Maybe drop a rug pull NFT, accept a major bag to promote a crypto pump and dump. Or one of the biggest recent influencer moral dilemmas, accepting an online casino sponsorship. But he stayed honest and has not done such promotion, even though I'm sure a business channel of his size has gotten a ton of these offers. With all of these things in mind, I think our answer is no. Jordan Welch seems to be an honest, young, ambitious content creator with a bright future ahead. I don't think we'll be seeing him featured on a CoffeeZilla video anytime soon. I'm very curious to hear your guys' opinion, thoughts, or suggestions for the future in the comments. This is my first video on this channel, so dishing out a quick sub would mean the world to me. And I hope that you have a phenomenal rest of your day.